Hello, hello, and welcome. If you've never heard me before or listened to any of my live streams, my name is Bernadette. I'm a spiritual teacher and a psychic. I offer all kinds of stuff from private one on one readings to group classes, and I teach all about how to take control of your life. So today's topic has been on my mind. I've had a bunch of conversations with Spirit about this the last couple of days, and I just really, after Charm Life, wanted to be done today. But they said no, do the live stream. So here I am. And of course, the topic's probably going to get a lot of initial reaction from people, right? Hi, Wendy. Say hello when you get here. Yeah, and it is. I wrote the topic today's live stream. We're in the time of the apocalypse, and it isn't what you think. So as you guys get here, I'm curious to see what you guys think the apocalypse is all about, and why I wrote that. And really, truly, I believe that this month of May and the rest of 2019 is very much going to bring about an apocalypse. And I'm not scared, as you would note. Aloha. Hello. Hi, Chandra. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Bernie. Hey, Kat. I do live. I was just here yesterday. I did the monthly forecast yesterday. Yeah. All right. So what do you guys think the apocalypse is? I know in a lot of fundamental Christian beliefs, the apocalypse is the end of the world. It's the oh my God, shit's falling apart. People refer to it as Armageddon, which is completely different. That's an actual battle that took place on a hill called Har, which is the hill in Megiddo, which somehow got translated all kinds of screwed up, and people are like, oh, Armageddon, it's the final battle. That has nothing to do with the apocalypse. And what the apocalypse is not what people think. So I want to see what you guys think it's all about. Oh, you're catching me live from the beginning. Yes, cool. End of outdated beliefs. Maybe. Let's hope. So the translation of apocalypse as where it originated, it's a Greek word. Okay, the word apocalypse, the first letters APO, apo, translated into Greek means it originated from the root word apo, which means after. Okay, and it also came from the Greek word kaluptin, you say it either way, which means to cover. But when you put that word together, the root word apocalypse, put it together, the meaning is an actual revelation, an uncovering. It's also a revelation by the gods, right? Think Greek. What did the Greeks believe in? They believed in many gods, not just one god. They worshiped many gods. So when they used the word apocalypse, it meant an uncovering. It meant a revealing. It meant that which is hidden coming into light, a revelation. Everyone's expecting like the end of the world and all this stuff, the apocalypse, and yeah, you know what? We're in it right freaking now. The main shift, the main event, that's where we're at, right? Armageddon means place of gathering. It depends on where you translate, if you're translating Latin or you're translating Greek. But I'm not here to argue semantics. I want to talk about what this time we're in is with the apocalypse, okay, and what that actually means, because fundamental Christians took it and they don't even understand where it came from or what it's meant to mean. Apocalypse is not a scary thing, it's not the end of the world. It's not Judgment Day. It's a revelation. It's the uncovering of hidden information, things that we didn't know before, right? It's divine revelation and divine secrets being revealed. What are we going through right now? What is May all about? Change and transformation, right? It's all about things in the dark coming out. We've got this Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which is bringing about, like Pluto, the Lord of the underworld, bringing about information into the light in a way where Saturn, Lord of Karma, can deal with it, can help us learn our lessons with that which has been buried, that which is untrue. We're getting things brought out into the light. We're having things revealed. This is not a scary time. This is amazing. Like, this is something I've been really like super excited about. Like, bring me the revelations, but each one of you are going through your own apocalypse right now. And it may feel like it's the end of the world for you, whatever you're dealing with. And I'm not laughing at you. I know how tough this energy's been building into this time we're in right now. And this month is not easy. It isn't for a lot of people as we start this whole energy moving forward with this Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Hi, Laura. Like, seriously, we've been working our way into this month of revelation, all the way through the month of April and partially in, March. We had all this Piscean energy. We had all of this connection to spirit, to source energy, to our higher selves. So what is being revealed for you right now is the things like I talked about the last couple live streams, is the things that's keeping you separated from your higher self source energy, right? Your highest good. Whatever that is keeping you held down, blocked, and really not seeing clearly, not being able to live from that place of unconditional love and power and grace and being able to be a creator in your own life, that stuff that's blocking you is coming to the surface. And boy, it's uncomfortable. And yes, it would feel like the end of the world if you're emotionally holding on to it, right? Seriously. And for a lot of people right now, as these things get shaken up and you become aware of them, they're manifesting in physical body issues. They're manifesting in emotions that are out of control. You feel like crying and you're beating yourself up and the ego's jumping in and battling you. It's like messy right now. And like I said, I'm not making fun of any of you. I've got my own stuff going on right now. And while I've done my work for a number of years, there's a whole other layer of stuff happening. And it's exciting. But it can feel threatening if you don't know what's happening. So think of it like this time we're in. Think of it as an apocalypse, a revelation, that which is hidden being revealed. Apocalypse is a revelation by source energy, by God or the gods, or however you want to look at it. It literally is a divine revelation. So whatever's showing up in your life right now that's being revealed to you, that's been holding you back, don't curse it. Don't resist it. Don't push it away. Embrace it. Ask questions of it. Ask the universe, what is this here for? How can I look at this differently? I had a conversation with someone earlier today who was struggling a bit with different things. And we just had this whole Charm Life coaching session in which, we're going through a whole other round. So we're going through really what's shifting and changing and what people need to work on in that class. If you don't know what Charm Life is, just go to my website and go check it out, bernadettegold.com, and then click on Charm Life, the immersion. But the conversation I had with a former Charm Life student today revolved around kind of this idea of like an apocalypse, like, oh my God, my whole world is falling apart. I'm recognizing these things that, came from traumas of my past. And that's when I stopped this person and I said, no, do not call it trauma. All right. I just had a couple different things happen within the Charm Life class too, where we have to shift the way that we talk about things, the way we ask for things, the way we're going after things, because the words we speak are that first place of manifestation into the physical. So we have to be careful. If you say, because you're feeling all these things and recognizing things that are sticking you into an unconscious reaction place, and your programs are kicked in, and you realize that it's sabotaging what you want in life, right? But you call it, well, it came from my past traumas. Now you've given it this super strong label, which is why I stopped this person and said, do not call it that. All right. Not out of in sensitivity, but in that place of trying to maintain and retain power to be able to overtake these things. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because a lot of you have contacted me this last couple of days and messaged me and sent me emails and signed up for readings with me, that are going through, you each are going through your own thing. Like I said, I am too. But individually, this person was talking about, things from my past. I recognize all of these traumas and that causes, and I'm like, okay, stop. Let's not call it that. Let's do this. Let's ask how we can flip that story. Let's ask and ask your higher self, ask the universe, ask God, why did this happen in my life? Why did this event, not this trauma, why did this event happen in my life? What was it meant to do for me, for my highest good? Completely different way of looking at it. And then you begin to tell a different story. Then you begin to see the power of why certain events unfolded in your life. Many of you have asked me time and time again how I've gotten through some of the major BS in my life and what people would see as like horrific traumas and turmoil and whatever. And I could choose to see it that way, and I could remain a victim, powerless to understand it, powerless to overcome it. There's no point in that. What was it there to teach me? Why did these events unfold the way they did? What was I meant to learn from them? What was it in my highest good that I seem to have skipped over because I bought into it being a trauma, and I labeled it a bad thing, and I called it trauma and spoke about it that way? And that is how it's now embedded in my body, in my cells, in my emotions, in my organs, in my imagination. So whatever's shaking up for you right now, whatever your apocalypse and big revelation is that's happening in your life right now, I caution you to not call it trauma, not call it bad, not give it a bad label. Whatever's being revealed right now is being revealed so that you can look at it from a different perspective, from a different perception, so that you can build a whole other story around it in the positive. Now, when something first happens and it's shocking to us and we feel victimized and we feel traumatized by it, right? We have a choice. We can stay in that place because, we're not able to process it at that moment. Or now that that thing has happened, that event is behind us, we can look at it very differently and shift our perspective around it. And as we shift our minds and our perception and stories of that thing that happened, that event, as we shift that, then our emotions shift. Then we have power. And as you shift your perception, you tell a different story. You don't tell the old story, then your behaviors can change. Then you can make conscious choice to do things very, very, very differently. So don't resist the apocalypse. Don't resist the big revealing. It's happening on a global scale right now. I mean, look at what's happening within the US political system. Like, shit's falling apart, and the problems that have always been there are being revealed so that we can actually create something different. Right? You can sit there and watch the news and go, oh, it's so horrible. No, this is great. This is exciting. The truth is coming out. In my own life, I'm going through my own stuff right now. It's so funny because not funny. Spirit told me last night to embark upon a smoothie and juice fast, which I'm going to do just in time for the new moon, because there's things within my body that I've kind of let go, and all of this energy the last couple of months. I have not been eating super healthy the last couple of weeks, and now it's time to reset. Now it's time to create something new. And I know with a fast, have any of you done like a 30-day fast or 60-day juice fast where you don't eat anything, just take in juice or smoothie? If you have not, let me just explain. When you get to about day 10, the first 5 days is like, holy crap, craving city. And then the second week is all about your emotions surfacing and your body detoxing and your skin breaks out. So I'm super excited about that. But any toxic emotions start to surface as well. It's fun as you go through it. And then once the emotions clear, then your tissues can heal, your muscles can heal, any problems within your body then will start to heal as you hit day 20 into day 30. So why am I doing it? Because I just had this chiropractor tell me, well, if you broke your tailbone a few years ago, it's not a matter of if you're going to get arthritis down there in your SI joint. It's a matter of when. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. What I do believe is the body can regenerate, but we have to take what's necessary, the steps necessary to actually create the environment for healing. So I'm going on an entire month fasting thing to reboot my system. And that's where this conversation came about too, where Spirit was saying you need to have the talk with them about the apocalypse, like the great revealing, because each person is having a different revealing happening. I'm walking into this one by choice and consciously. I mean, yes, they're poking and prodding me to actually do it. It wasn't something I wanted to volunteer for, but I know my body needs it right now. Hi, Beverly. And I don't know, maybe it's something that some of you want to take on. But I do know it's the first 2 weeks are messy. I'm all about it. If the end result is I'm healthier, I'm more vital, and my body is healed, I'm good with it. Fine. Let's get messy. Let's get down and dirty. I'm not afraid of it. And if this energy anyways is present, like Spirit keeps saying, to where it is like an apocalypse time, there's this time of great revealing, a great revelation coming from the divine all across the board on the planet, then why not do something with it, right? Why not just take the lid off all of it and just go to the next level in a willing way? So what's that for you is what you need to ask yourself right now. Don't resist. Don't be afraid of it. Like the great revealing, the great light that's being shed is creating these shifts on this planet right now that are unbelievably powerful. But we have to be willing to do the work to allow that energy to bring this stuff up. Don't get lost in labels. Don't get lost in the past stories. Tell a new story, but you have to ask some questions. So again, what was that event? What was that supposed to be for me in my highest good? What was that event supposed to teach me or help me to avoid? What was it, right? Because every event that happens in our lives is happening for our highest good. And people can tell me all day long, that's not true. That can't be true. Yes, it's true. It's to develop your soul. And we don't have recollection, a lot of us, of what our past lives were. We just don't. So you don't know what your soul needs processing and learning in your younger years that came from your past life. And if you're judging it as trauma and you're calling it BS and sad and destructive and blah, 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 guess what? Now you're locked into the pattern of being the victim. Take control, shift the story, think of it like a precious diamond, this event that you call trauma. Look at it from every single angle. Look at it for the jewel that it is in your life and for your soul. It's an aspect of your life that was meant to bring clarity, choice, and empowerment. Don't get lost in it, right? Embrace this month. Telling you guys, there is huge amount of energy of shift and change. Seriously, revelation. That's what apocalypse means. That is the root meaning in the Greek word. It got all twisted. It's the great revealing. It's the uncovering from the divine, something great. But each one of us individually has to figure out what that is that's trying to bubble up. And man, it's uncomfortable. And boy, the ego doesn't want us to really like be empowered by that stuff that is coming up to be dealt with. Many people have old patterns and habits and self-sabotaging BS that they're recognizing right now. And you can either run from it and have to deal with this in years to come and completely sabotage yourself. You can run from it or you can deal with it consciously. I say, take it on, take control, make it powerful, be empowered. Because as we move through the rest of this year, there are people that are asleep right now that aren't having this great revealing happening, but they too are walking towards their own revelation. It's just going to take them longer. And there needs to be more people and points of light that can hold that place and anchor it, you can educate them and tell them, hey, I've been through it too. I went through the tears too. It's going to be okay. Yes, with God's grace. God has, such a great sense of humor. I keep telling them that. Ha ha ha. You're so funny. You want me to do a 5-day fast? And then they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, you want 15 days? And they're like, no. Like, what, 21? And they're like, no. And then they said 30 to 60. And I'm like, I can't commit to more than 30. I can't. Like right now, like you're pushing it with me. I was thinking 5 days. I can do a 5-day smoothie juice fast. Sure, no problem. So now I'm going to go a month and with very little preparation. But this new moon on Saturday is a powerful one. So get ready. Get ready, because if you've already been feeling the shaking and the revealing happening in your life, it gets a little bump on Saturday. But also on the flip side of that is there's a bunch of energy there to be supportive and helping you over the hump of all of this stuff. This is amazing. We are in an amazing, exciting time. Seriously. And while it may seem like it's really restrictive right now, that's just today. As we get into the month of May, it gets a little bit better. But you got to be willing to take this stuff on. Don't be afraid to walk right into your own personal revelation, your own personal apocalypse in a conscious way, in such a way that you know you're walking out the other side more light, more bright, more informed, more empowered, and more connected to the divine. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.